Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter on this Wednesday, May 22nd. Checking in now with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl with a look at our early morning forecast. Good morning, Bill. Things looking a little bit better today than yesterday, right?
Yeah, quite a bit better. We still have some lingering clouds, and it's going to be breezy today, but not looking at anything like the setup yesterday with the strong to severe storms, especially late in the day and into last evening. Before those storms arrived, temperatures briefly spiking out in the 70s for most, 70 in Winona, 78 in Boscobel, 75 in La Crosse, and 71 in Eau Claire. But again, numerous reports of strong winds and wind damage. Most of these severe weather reports are due to the high winds, anywhere from 50 to 72 mile-per-hour gusts or higher. Lots of tree damage, trees down, power lines down, power outages, a few structures damaged as well. Maybe some possible tornadoes in spots. Some surveys will likely be done today to determine that. Now, this morning we've got leftover clouds, but it is dry. 75 and 60 the numbers from yesterday. Also some heavy rain over the past 24 to 36 hours. 1.31 inches in La Crosse, but some spots saw 2 to 4 inches plus. 74 and 52 are the averages. 98 and 33 are the records for today. All is quiet this morning precipitation-wise. That storm system has lifted well to our north and northeast, but some leftover clouds in play this morning. Current temps range from 54 to 58 degrees across the region, and we will see highs today in the upper 60s to lower 70s, right around 72. Very outside chance for a spotty shower this afternoon or early this evening. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast that's coming up in just a few minutes.
We will see you then, Bill. Thank you. Today, millions of Americans are still under the threat of severe storms. Multiple people were killed in Iowa yesterday after tornadoes ripped through that state. In other parts of the Midwest, flash flooding stranded cars and ruined homes. CBS News' Jared Hill has more for us from New York.
That's a big tornado.
Severe storms spawned a deadly tornado outbreak in Iowa. Twisters took down large wind turbines, snapping some nearly in half, sparking a fire that sent black smoke billowing into the air. The town of Greenfield, about an hour west of the state's capital, Des Moines, is reeling after a tornado tore through homes and businesses.
This tornado has devastated a good portion of this town and community.
Iowa State Police say multiple people were killed and at least a dozen injured.
The Greenfield community has a long road ahead of them, but if their actions today are any indication of what lies ahead, they will emerge stronger and more united than ever.
Storms in Minnesota split trees while heavy rain flooded roads, leaving some cars stranded. In Nebraska, flash floods left streets, cornfields, and some homes submerged.
It was so much water.
Tracy Dunn in Omaha says she doesn't have anything left.
I lost everything. I got everything.
Now, as the storms move east, the National Weather Service is warning more communities will likely face heavy rain and possibly tornadoes.
And here at home, hundreds are still without power this morning after yesterday's fierce conditions downed Xcel Energy power lines across western Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota. We just checked before the 6 o'clock hour, and according to Xcel's Energy website, 119 customers still without power in La Crosse County. In Eau Claire County, 133 are without power, and in Winona, 247 are without power. While Xcel crews worked in Onalaska last night, hundreds of La Crosse residents on French Island dealt with outages and some fallen tree branches. John Benson was home when he heard the tree falling at his house. It damaged his roof and his boat, as you see there. He says the sound of the tree falling on his property was scary.
Well, yeah, I was worried about damage, which I do have. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not my tree either. That's the worst part of it.
Benson adds he's lucky nothing else got damaged. The defense has rested in former President Trump's hush money trial. It rested yesterday. The former president didn't testify, but cross-examination continued on the defense's primary witness, lawyer Robert Costello. Closing arguments and jury deliberations are expected to start next week. Trump is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records and denies wrongdoing. The La Crosse man accused of stabbing another man to death sat mute in court yesterday. 51-year-old Bryant Smith is charged with first-degree intentional homicide for the death of 43-year-old Timothy Solis. La Crosse County Court filed a not guilty plea on his behalf. According to the criminal complaint, Smith called 911 last December and told police he stabbed Salas out of self-defense. The autopsy says Salas was stabbed 44 times. Smith remains in jail on a $500,000 cash bond. Eau Claire police have arrested a homeless man they believe sexually assaulted a child. Police got a call at 5:30 Monday of a man trying to coerce a child into a portable toilet near the Forest Street Community Garden. When officers arrived, they say 36-year-old Ray Jackson tried to block their view of the child behind him. Police say they found probable cause a sexual assault occurred. Jackson is held in Eau Claire County Jail and is due in court this morning. A grand jury indicted a Holman man for using AI to generate thousands of sexually explicit images of children. According to the indictment, 42-year-old Stephen Anderegg allegedly used a text-to-image generative AI program to create thousands of realistic images of prepubescent minors. He's also accused of sharing some of those images with a 15-year-old boy. If convicted, Anderegg faces up to 70 years behind bars. He's currently in federal custody. Wisconsin DNR officials are monitoring a manure spill in Monroe County. The DNR says a fisherman in Moore Creek first notified them of the spill last week at a dairy farm east of Norwalk. It caused degraded water quality and killed fish in Moore Creek and an adjacent tributary. The DNR believes the spill was caused by a mechanical failure at the farm. The amount of manure spilled has not been released. The Department of Homeland Security is raising the red flag about the threat AI technology poses to the upcoming election. As CBS's Natalie Brand shows us, it's a scenario elections officials are preparing for through special exercises.
You can't blindly trust what you see or hear anymore.
A message elections officials are working to amplify in the countdown to November. They face a web of increasingly complex and high-tech threats to voting, including artificial intelligence. This fake video of Arizona Secretary of State Adrian Fontes shows just how easily an elected leader's image and voice can be manipulated.
I am without a doubt exactly who you think I am.
Arizona's elections officials gave journalists an inside look.
I've heard that there's a chatbot being used.
And how they're training to stay ahead of bad actors.
Our elections are going to be in good shape because we're preparing this way.
And Fontes says the media has a critical role in helping the public understand what's real and what's not.
Voting this Tuesday only enables the Republicans.
During primary season, a fake robocall impersonating President Biden told New Hampshire voters to stay home. A real-life example of AI interfering in elections.
It accelerates the speed at which bad information can move. It increases the volume through which it gets out there in the world. That's one of the bigger new threats that we haven't faced yet, that we're not too sure about yet.
There are real threats.
Ben Hovland chairs the U.S. Election Assistance Commission, which has created an AI toolkit to help election administrators.
I do think election officials are prepared, but I think we just continue to add more and more to their plate, and it's important to recognize those changes, recognize those challenges.
Federal officials say they're working on a full-court press with states and localities to defend against the new threats and ensure this upcoming election is secure.
Intelligence officials say Russia, China, and Iran remain the key players looking to interfere with the 2024 election, but they also warn domestic groups could also try to launch disinformation campaigns. Time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news, Amtrak's new Borealis line makes its first trip through La Crosse. Airheads releases an underwater vending machine, and Americans say inflation is making life significantly worse. And a government institute for safety is teaming up with Consumer Reports to identify the safest used cars for your teen drivers. We will share those details with you ahead. For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. Prince William teamed up with his royal cousins yesterday to host a garden party at Buckingham Palace on behalf of King Charles. The Prince of Wales opened the palace doors to thousands of guests to continue a tradition dating back to the 1860s. The royal family typically holds several garden parties at Buckingham Palace, with another in Scotland. Don't go anywhere. Your consumer news is after the break.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
I would like to tell you about the man I love, Eric, who is running for the U.S. Senate. A fourth-generation Wisconsinite, he started his first business in his 20s and then built and turned around over a dozen companies, creating thousands of good-paying jobs. He believes in the American dream, and he wants it to be possible for everyone. Above all, Eric is a man of integrity. These are the qualities I want in a U.S. Senator to fight for Wisconsin. How about you?
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
If you've been waiting for the best time to buy furniture, this is it. The King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale, where everything in our showroom has been reduced. Find sofas, sectionals, bedrooms, recliners, dining, and more. Plus 12 months interest-free financing. These deals only last through Memorial Day weekend, as we will be closed on Memorial Day to remember and honor our nation's heroes. Don't miss the King Furniture Memorial Day Weekend Sale. Going on now.
Hello, La Crosse. I work for Nomo. Our official name is Nomo Smart Care. We're getting ready to launch Nomo coast to coast, but we're starting here in La Crosse first. You guys get to learn about Nomo before anybody else and how Nomo can help your family. You're going to see messages on TV and on social media, and we're doing community events. So come say hi. We're excited about Nomo, and we're excited to be in La Crosse. Nomo Smart Care, N-O-M-O, Smart Care.
Blue Angels are returning to the Deke Slayton Airfest June 15th to 16th at the La Crosse Regional Airport and will be joined by the F-22 Raptor demo team. The F-22 Raptor is the Air Force's premier 5th-generation fighter aircraft. With its combination of stealth, super cruise, and extreme maneuverability, the F-22 cannot be matched by any known or projected fighter aircraft, plus so much more. Airfest 2024 is an exciting combination of air and ground-based activities. Online tickets only. Visit airfest.com to purchase your tickets today.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. The brand new 2024 models have arrived, and we could not be more excited to get you on yours. In addition to a bunch of cool new colors, our Street Glides and Road Glides are completely redesigned for 2024. The all-new Street Glide and Road Glide feature a brand new fairing design, LED lights, upgraded engine, and a brand new 9-inch touchscreen display, plus more. Stop by Great River Harley or come out to one of our events and experience the ride for yourself.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
Hey, welcome back and a good Wednesday morning to you. It is 6:11. The check of the schoolcast does include a quieter day weather-wise, although still breezy. Some leftover clouds this morning, 57 at 7 a.m., 66 by lunchtime, afternoon highs around 72. A very outside chance for an isolated shower or sprinkles in spots this afternoon and early this evening. Frankie and Gus, they are all ready for a walk after the stormy go of it the last couple of days, hoping to get out there today. Again, if you don't mind the breeze, it's not going to be a bad day for outdoor plans. Thanks to Carol for that great shot of Frankie and Gus. Again, the clouds lingering this morning. Breezy west winds 10 to 20, probably gusting to 35 today. That small chance for an afternoon or early evening shower. Tomorrow's looking dry and warmer than a chance of scattered showers and thunderstorms on Friday. Now, yesterday's system that caused the severe weather is now well to our north and northeast. Again, some leftover clouds at times today. Current temps between about 54 and 58 degrees, and we will see highs in La Crosse around 72. Plenty of clouds this morning lingering. Partly sunny this afternoon with that small chance for a later day shower. Highs again in La Crosse right around 72 degrees. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast, including a recap of the severe weather yesterday. That's coming up in just under 4 minutes.
Amtrak's first new train in more than 20 years hit the rails yesterday. The Borealis train connecting St. Paul to Chicago made its inaugural run, featuring stops in La Crosse and Tomah. Nearly $1 million in funding for the project came from Wisconsin's 2023 to 2025 biennial budget. The new route adds new transit options for Wisconsinites and should help boost the tourism industry. One passenger says he's looking forward to the lack of rush hour traffic.
I've driven to Chicago so many times I can't even count, and every single time I drive there I'm encountering traffic on I-94. So even if you don't actually ride the train, you're benefiting from the train because you have less traffic.
Yeah, for sure. The Borealis train will make 8 stops a day, including La Crosse, Tomah, and Winona. Passengers can catch a train to Chicago from La Crosse every day at 11:37 a.m. Forget about floats or new beach chairs. Airheads is out with what it calls a first-of-its-kind underwater vending machine for pools. There it goes. The idea is to appeal to adults who have a fond childhood memories of gobbling up airheads at the poolside concession stands. According to the press release from the candy maker, the underwater vending machine takes fun instead of cash. Inflation has deflated much of the U.S., at least financially. Close to 2/3 of people polled say their livelihoods have dropped due to higher costs. That's according to a survey from the Federal Reserve, which also says about 1 out of every 6 adults weren't able to pay all of their bills on a monthly basis. The new report also states 65% say inflation has made their lives worse, with 19% claiming it is much worse. Memorial Day weekend signals the start of the summer driving season, which leads to an increase in accidents. Teenage drivers are at an especially high risk, but a new report identifies vehicles that can help keep your young drivers safe. Christine Lazar reports.
A car crash can happen in seconds, and drivers ages 16 to 19 are nearly 4 times more likely to be in an accident than older drivers.
Teenagers are more likely to lose control of their vehicle or to be driving too fast for conditions or to make choices that an experienced driver wouldn't make, and that exposes them to risk.
Rebecca Wiest is a research scientist at the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety and says that's why it's important for young drivers to have a safe car. The IIHS teamed up with Consumer Reports to create a list of recommended used vehicles for teens. There are 58 to choose from, ranging in price from $5,800 to almost $20,000. All the cars made the grade in a variety of crash tests. Every vehicle also comes with automatic emergency braking.
We find that teenagers especially benefit from having these systems that can intervene in the event of an imminent crash.
Things parents should absolutely be looking for are the newest safety features.
Consumer Reports' Jennifer Stockberger says parents should steer clear of sports cars and extra-large vehicles that can be hard to maneuver.
We talk a lot about the Goldilocks. These are the vehicles that aren't too fast, aren't too slow, aren't too big, actually aren't too small.
Used car prices skyrocketed during the pandemic, but here's some good news. A recent report showed prices are down nearly 7% from last year.
The report also offers a list of 22 new cars recommended for teen drivers, ranging in price from $23,000 to almost $40,000. That's it for your morning consumer news. The time now is 6:16. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Bill Grall for a look at our forecast. Good morning, Bill.
Good morning, Alexandra. I thought we would start with a recap of our stormy Tuesday. My goodness, I think every county in our viewing area was under a severe weather warning at some point, especially late in the day and into last evening. Recap. 50 to 72 mile per hour wind gusts reported, maybe even some higher gusts in spots. Perhaps a few tornadoes. Surveys will likely be done to determine that. Lots of tree damage, trees down, branches down, power lines down, lots of power outages as well. Unfortunately, a couple structures damaged. Also, I know at least a few reports of barns destroyed with these strong winds. Also, very heavy rainfall. 1 to 3, even 4 inches plus in some locations. So look at all of these severe weather reports across the region. And again, most of these are high wind gusts and or wind damage, but numerous reports all across portions of Minnesota, Iowa, and into the state of Wisconsin. Unfortunately, Iowa had some very strong long track tornadoes down there that did significant damage and unfortunately caused some fatalities. Now closer to home, again, very heavy rainfalls, much as 1 to 3 inches plus down to the south and east here. So keep an eye on water levels in some of the smaller creeks and streams in those areas. Also some heavier rain up to the north and west, and that doesn't even include what fell in parts of the area on Monday. Some leftover clouds to start this Wednesday, 58 degrees, winds out of the west-southwest 11, gusting to 23. The Mississippi is falling 7.81 feet. 56 for you folks in Eau Claire with a cloudy sky, winds out of the west 20 to 25 miles per hour, and the Chippewa River is up a bit. Now, current temperatures generally between about 54 and 58 degrees. West winds sustained at 5 to 15, even 20 miles per hour, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour, and that's going to be the trend through today. We could see some gusts of 30 to 35 miles per hour from time to time. Now, last evening's storm is now lifted well to our north and northeast. Another system over the Central Plains. That should stay to our south, but there could be just enough wraparound moisture from this departing low to the north to cause an isolated shower in spots this afternoon. Otherwise, a breezy day across the region. Sky Tracker showing clouds in play. Again, as we head into the afternoon, you'll see some spots of green showing up there. That's that small chance for an isolated shower in some locations. As we head into tonight, mainly clear conditions, and then tomorrow's looking dry and warmer as we get back into a south to southwest wind with lots of sunshine. And then heading into Friday, another chance for some showers and thunderstorms with a system passing through. Zone forecast showing temperatures today a little bit below average, lower 70s in the La Crosse area. Upper 60s to low 70s will be common for most of our 65 locations, with the coolest readings far north, perhaps mid 60s up around Ladysmith, right around 69 in Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls. So for today, mostly to partly cloudy, breezy. That small chance for a later day shower, 72 for the high. Tonight, clearing, lighter winds, 53 for the low, some bright moonlight. That moon will be full tomorrow night. Warm and dry tomorrow, 81. Good chance of showers and thunderstorms Friday, 73. Dry Saturday, 73. Unfortunately, had to introduce a chance of rain showers on Sunday, highs around 70. Slight chance of showers on Memorial Day, 71. Dry, low to mid 70s next Tuesday and Wednesday, and another slight chance of showers and thunderstorms next Thursday with a high of 79. So unfortunately, probably lots of cleanup going on today from all of the tree damage from last night, but other than the breezy conditions, not too bad of a day. Alexandra?
All right, sounds good, Bill. Thank you. Still ahead on your morning news, could riding a bike help prevent knee arthritis? A new study suggesting a potential link. We'll share those details after your morning sports blitz.
T-Wolves find themselves in the conference finals for the first time in 20 years. Plus, the Brewers were looking to bounce back in Miami. All that coming up in the Blitz.
Make dinner good tonight with Hardee's new tender platters. Crunchy, juicy chicken dipped in buttermilk and hand-breaded, served with garlic toast, fries, slaw, and an ice-cold drink. Delicious, down to the very last crumb. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
Tammy Baldwin is a hypocrite. During COVID, she told us to stay home, but used your money to fly to New York to live with her girlfriend at her lavish multi-million-dollar apartment. Baldwin pretends she's for Wisconsin, then jets off to Hollywood to raise money from celebrities. And Baldwin says she's cleaning up Congress, but hires lobbyists to her D.C. staff. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain, and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Is there such a thing as too many strawberries?
I don't know, Stan. Is there such a thing as too many sunsets?
Or too many rainbows?
The new Strawberry Freshtival is here with our new fresh strawberry mega pancake platter, only at Perkins.
It's Ford SUV season. Time to get out there and take on adventure in a whole new way. Start with great offers on Ford Escape, Explorer, Mustang Mach-E, and Expedition. And experience Ford Blue Cruise hands-free highway driving. Available on select vehicles. It's Ford SUV season. Let's get going.
Now get your favorite Ford SUV with financing as low as 1.9% for 66 months. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Introducing Hardee's Blueberry Biscuits. Make summer mornings sweeter with the goodness of blueberries baked into Hardee's biscuits, drizzled in icing, served warm. Hardee's, goodness in the making.
The buildings that are left are destroyed beyond belief. It looks like they burned.
40 years ago, Barneveld was struck with a deadly F5 tornado. Tonight at 10, how the town bounced back, plus survivors recall that fateful day. Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome to the Blitz. What a scene it's going to be tonight at the Target Center. T-Wolves finding themselves in the conference finals for the first time since 2004. What a path it's been to get here. Minnesota saving its best performance for last in Game 7 of the conference semifinals on Sunday. T-Wolves trailing by 20 at one point in the second half, but Minnesota going on a 54-24 run. Timberwolves get it done in dramatic fashion on the road against the defending champs. A 98-90 win over the Nuggets in Game 7 as the Wolves advance to the Western Conference Finals for the first time in 20 years. But the turnaround is a quick one, and this team knows they got to bring that same energy from the opening tip against Dallas.
We'll have multiple challenges this series, and we'll have to figure out how to do that right away. And obviously, only getting a day and a half to prepare for them. It's different than the last two series where we've had 3 or 4 days off to get ready. So we got to kind of lock in right away.
Should be a fun series to watch. T-Wolves Mavericks Game 1 set for tonight. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:30. Brewers looking to bounce back after a tough loss the other night. Top 4, Willie Contreras giving the crew some insurance. He gets one through to left for a base hit, 2-run score. Milwaukee goes up 4-1. But that lead evaporates in the 6th. Emmanuel Rivera lines a base hit to right field. That ties the game at 4. Miami would take the lead on a sac fly. Top 8 now, same score, 5-4, until Christian Yelich comes up clutch. He finds the gap in right center. That's going to roll all the way to the wall. 2 runs are going to score. Yelly digging for third, and he's in there with a 2 RBI triple. Brewers go back in front 6-5, and the crew keeps it going. Berry next batter. Willie Adames looking to add to it, and Willie gets it done off of Rivera's glove into left field for a base hit. Yelich scores easily. Adames cruises into second with an RBI double at 7-5. Bottom 9, no drama last night for Trevor McGill. He gets the strikeout to end it. Brewers get back in the win column as they hang on 7-5. Twins trying to snap that 7-game skid. The bats came out swinging, especially Byron Buxton. Top 2, that one is gone. Solo shot makes it 1-0. And then in the 3rd, 1 on for Jose Miranda. He knew it right away. So do the fans in D.C. An absolute no-doubter. 2-run blast makes it 4-0 Twins. And then Buxton back at it in the 5th. He drives another one deep the other way. This one more towards center. Same result for Buxton, his 2nd homer of the game. Twins take a 6-run lead in the offense, making up for the struggles this past week. Even Willie Castro chipping in. Top 7, Castro crushes this one to right for a 2-run homer. All Minnesota. Twins snap their 7-game skid as they get the shutout win, 10-0. That's going to do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
During the Memorial Day event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $500 on select Sealy adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
Giving a woman heartbreaking news that her baby has no chance of survival and giving them the option of having an abortion is one of the hardest parts of my job. Politicians like Donald Trump shouldn't be getting in between me and my patients.
We terminated Roe v. Wade.
My patients are worried. They're asking me, what is he going to try to take away next? If Trump was reelected, it would be devastating for women's health care.
ABPAC is responsible for the content of this ad.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. So get your summer started off right with amazing Memorial Day savings throughout the store. Right now, get a free $15 Blaine's gift card when you spend $75 on Purina Pro Plan dog or cat food. Pro Plan recipes are formulated using advanced targeted nutrition to help your pets thrive as they age and develop. So find the right Pro Plan recipe for your dog or cat today. And if you need help, just ask a friendly, knowledgeable associate at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
We're an implant-focused practice. I think the advantage of a father-daughter practice is, I've been at this for 30 years now. I learned things that worked well and things that didn't work so well.
And it was fun to be able to just jump in and kind of complement that. I feel like it made both of us stronger.
You don't expect it when you walk into a dental office. You don't expect the family aspect, but when you walk into our doors, we're going to give you that.
If you think you have a full mouth of challenges, come see us. Come down for a free consultation.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley-Davidson. The brand new 2024 models have arrived and we could not be more excited to get you on yours. In addition to a bunch of cool new colors, our Street Glides and Road Glides are completely redesigned for 2024. The all-new Street Glide and Road Glide feature a brand new fairing design, LED lights, upgraded engine, and a brand new 9-inch touchscreen display, plus more. Stop by Great River Harley or come out to one of our events and experience the ride for yourself.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here. Touchstone Energy Cooperatives, your source for power and information.
During the Memorial Day event going on now at PM Sleep Center, you can save up to $800 on select Stearns & Foster adjustable mattress sets. Your next mattress is at PM Sleep Center, giving La Crosse a good night's sleep for over 35 years.
The First Warn Weather app. Download it today. You expect more, so thank you for watching News 8 Now.
It's been 40 years since a deadly F5 tornado hit the town of Barneveld, leaving a trail of destruction nearly 40 miles long. One of the factors that made the storm so dangerous was how late it struck, nearly 1 o'clock in the morning, catching most residents at home in bed. Tonight at 10, News 8 Now Chief Meteorologist Greg Barnhart travels to Barneveld to see how the town has recovered and hear from those who remember that terrible Friday in 1984. Greg, thank you for being here with us this morning.
No problem.
So this is a story that hits quite close to home for you. What can you tell us about that, and what can we expect tonight?
Well, it did. I was 7 years old when it actually happened. I was living about 50 miles north of it, so I don't remember it. I was asleep, obviously, at 1 o'clock in the morning, being that old, but it was stormy conditions that night. And yeah, I woke up realizing later on that the tornado had come through Barneveld. And unfortunately, when we go to Madison, we go through Black Earth, which is northeast of it, and that's where it kind of hit there a little bit. So we did see some damage there at the time, but I had no recollection of what went on at Barneveld until we actually went down there and saw it. But yeah, it does hit close to home, because I do remember that somewhat that night and that day.
Yeah, as many people do, I'm sure. So how has the technology changed? You know, it's been several years. What's different now?
Well, obviously back then you had no cell phones, no phones. TV stations like this actually went off the air. Even rural radio stations went off the air at 10:30 or even later. So you had no way of getting communication besides a tornado siren. So that all vastly has changed since 1984. So that's the positive. You have cell phones, all that technology and radar. We did not have Doppler back then. We had this old WSR radar that you really couldn't see much from it. So technology has improved, communication has improved, modeling has improved, everything has improved. So you got a lot more advanced warning, and also the preparedness too. We didn't prepare much back then for this type of event, and even Barneveld in the story, you'll hear that, wasn't really prepared for such a thing. So that all has improved. So that is the positive on it. Fortunately, like I said, when it hits at 1 o'clock in the morning, we're lucky that only 9 died, because it very well could have easily been much more given the time and the scope of that tornado.
All right, well, yeah, we'll look for your full story tonight at 10. Thanks so much for being with us here this morning. In your morning medical news, federal officials have launched a new web portal for patients to report denied emergency care directly to the government. Although the Emergency Medical Treatment and Labor Act entitles Americans to emergency medical care, previous complaint processes went through state agencies with cumbersome forms. The new platform allows patients denied emergency services to file complaints directly with the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services, streamlining the reporting process. Another new study suggests cycling may help prevent knee pain and arthritis. People who had ridden a bike at any point in their lives were 17% less likely to develop knee pain and 21% less likely to have arthritis with knee joint pain. But the observational study only shows an association between cycling and reduced pain/joint damage. It doesn't explain how cycling was beneficial or give a recommended time for riding frequency. UWL's new state-of-the-art research vessel hit the water yesterday. The research vessel Prairie Springs is designed to sample water and sediment and map river features with sonar tech. A nearly $500,000 gift from the Paul Fleckenstein Trust Fund helped pay for it.
Having a vessel like this is not common. So there's maybe a handful across the country that have vessels like this, and it's really going to allow us to partnership with the state and federal agencies and private groups.
UWL partnered with La Crosse-based marine company J.F. Brennan on the project. The company will store and maintain the vessel and was awarded the 2024 UW Regents Business Partnership Award for its work with the university. If you need basic hygiene supplies, the Reach Center has you covered thanks to the Great Rivers United Way. The organization delivered more than 200 volunteer-packed hygiene kits to the local nonprofit yesterday. The kits, assembled by volunteers from Hydrite Chemical Co., contain essential items like toothbrushes, deodorant, and toothpaste. The nonprofit will distribute them to anyone in need across our community.
It's important, to take care of ourselves, and these products will provide individuals an opportunity to take care of some hygiene issues and to just be able to, take good care of themselves.
If you or someone you know could benefit from a hygiene pack, head over to the Reach Center. We'll have that address for you on our website, news8000.com. Governor Tony Evers making a sweet stop in La Crosse yesterday in honor of National Travel and Tourism Week. He swung by the Sweet Shop on Caledonia Street for some homemade ice cream. The North Side shop has been family owned and operated since 1921. The visit came the same day he asked the Joint Finance Committee to release $10 million to advertise Wisconsin as a prime cultural and recreational destination. Evers says that money is already approved in the state budget, and those investments bring a big boost to local businesses.
We think of the big things like the Packers, the Brewers, and sporting events, but at the end of the day, the people that are going to make a city strong are places like this.
Economic data says tourism generated more than $23 billion for the state in 2022. The time now is 6:35. Here is News 8 meteorologist Bill Grahl to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. Things looking a little bit drier today, right, Bill?
Yeah, and a lot calmer in terms of storm chances, but we do still have some lingering clouds, as you can see outside through City Cam 8, maybe even a few spits and sprinkles in some of those clouds, but otherwise all is quiet. But if you're driving this morning in rural areas or forested areas, watch for some branches or trees perhaps down in the roads from kind of leftovers from last evening's storms, because a lot of tree damage with the strong and severe winds as those storms blew through. Otherwise, a mostly to partly cloudy sky today, breezy. Small chance for a few showers in spots, especially this afternoon and early this evening. Temperatures topping out in the low 70s here in La Crosse. You can see some leftover clouds, but yesterday's storm that brought the severe weather has lifted well to our north and northeast. Current temperatures primarily in the 50s, 54 to 58 degrees in most spots. And again, we will see highs today in the upper 60s to low 70s, right around 72 with those breezy west winds and that small chance for a shower or sprinkles in spots. I will have the rest of my 8-day forecast on the other side of the break. Back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8. Krista is turning 18 today. She loves the Brewers and the family dogs. Happy birthday to you, Krista. And George is turning 88. He loves being with his wife of 69 years, Ethel, and being around their 7 children, 15 grandchildren, and 11 great-grandchildren. Happy birthday, George. If you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them. Just upload their photo to our website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button underneath the Home tab. Coming up after the break, we will have one of the members and the music director of the documentary Apache Blues Welcome Home in studio to talk about their upcoming free screening.
During Home's Memorial Day sale, get an extra 10% off sale prices or no interest financing for 3 years. Plus, get hot buys like this 2-piece sectional for $9.99 or this queen bedroom suite for $7.59. The Memorial Day sale at Home Furniture. Plus, shop homefurniture.com every day.
Tammy Baldwin is a hypocrite. During COVID, she told us to stay home, but used your money to fly to New York to live with her girlfriend at her lavish multi-million-dollar apartment. Baldwin pretends she's for Wisconsin, then jets off to Hollywood to raise money from celebrities. And Baldwin says she's cleaning up Congress, but hires lobbyists to her D.C. staff. Two-faced Tammy, a hypocrite we can't trust. Fix Washington PAC is responsible for the content of this advertising.
Hey, it's Reed and Chelsea Magnum.
When I eat cereal, I think of, this box is halfway gone.
next time I should get one. And then I just know to write it on the list when I make the list. But you pour the box of cereal, don't even pay attention even how much is in there or when you'll need another one. You don't think of that.
You have helped me realize, like, the male brain. Like mouthwash, I'll pour the last drop out and I'm like, I think I'm out of mouthwash. Like, do we have any more? And you're like, I don't know.
As you're picking it up and you feel, wow.
Story of a kinesiotherapist who rehabbed his golf game.
I love golf. I have always played golf.
Until he started having some Mulligan-level foot pain.
Well, the golf game starts down with the feet, and if you don't have good support, you probably won't have a good golf swing.
So he got fitted for Good Feet arch supports.
It made a world of difference.
Any advice for your fellow Lynxmen?
2 words, the Good Feet store. How many words is that?
Try them for yourself with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Must have been hard to adjust with everything going on.
Didn't know how to air your grievances.
Maybe things got too heated.
Or the cost of running was too high.
All right, I did it. Okay? I don't know what I'm doing. I need an expert.
I've heard all I needed to. Great job, Brooke. Read him his rights.
You have the right to a great company with over 50 years of combined experience.
That's just a matter of conditioning.
G&T, closing the case on all your heating and air conditioning needs.
You made a cow.
Actually, it's a piggy bank. My inspiration to start saving.
How about a more solid way to save?
I'm listening.
Well, BMO helps get your savings habit into shape with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward?
And there's a cash bonus when you open a new checking account to get you started.
Wow. Anything you can't do?
Mugs.
BMO. Right now at Homeworld Rugs, get 15% off Area Rug sale prices with many different patterns, sizes, and shapes to choose from. And Area Rug experts in every showroom to help you find the perfect rug. 15% off Area Rugs at Homeworld Rugs.
Hey, welcome back and a good Wednesday morning to you. It is 6:40. We'll start with the May high temperatures because at 75 yesterday, barely above average by 1 degree, but that makes 12 days in a row with an above average high temperature, and 18 of the 21 days this month have been above average as well. All right, yesterday, as advertised, it was a stormy go of it, and look at some of these reports. Anywhere from 50 to 72 plus mile per hour wind gusts. That was the main story with the storms, was the strong winds. Perhaps a few tornadoes. Surveys will be likely done and to determine that. Otherwise, lots of tree damage, trees and power lines down, power outages across the region, and some very heavy rainfall as well. Anywhere from 1 to 4 inches plus, including 1.31 inches out at the La Crosse Airport. Look at all of these severe weather reports, though, across the region. Iowa, Minnesota, Wisconsin, all hard hit with these storms. Fortunately, the strongest storms stayed to our south. It was an unfortunate day across Iowa with some very intense and long-track tornadoes that did a lot of damage, unfortunately caused some fatalities down there as well. Rainfall totals, again, quite heavy, especially south and east of La Crosse, and this is only over the past 24 hours, several inches down there, some heavier rain to the north and west as well. So keep an eye on the water levels of creeks and streams and rivers in those areas, as they will be rising just a bit. Currently, skies are cloudy, 58 degrees, winds out of the west primarily, 11 to 23 miles per hour. The Mississippi is dropping a bit. 56 for you folks in Eau Claire, westerly wind at 20 to 25 miles per hour. Current temperatures primarily in the 50s. 54 to 58 degrees across the region, and west winds sustained at about 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting 20 to 30 miles per hour, and that's going to be the trend today. We could see gusts of 25 to 30, even 35 miles per hour. So lots of clouds left over, maybe some sprinkles in spots as that storm system is now lifted well to our north and northeast, but just enough wraparound moisture as that low departs, so we could see some isolated showers or sprinkles in spots today, especially this afternoon and early evening. Sky Tracker will show otherwise a mostly to partly cloudy sky. Again, those spots of green there, that's that small chance of showers or sprinkles in spots. Tonight, clearing skies. with lighter winds. And then heading into tomorrow, it's going to be warmer and dry as winds shift to the south. And then heading into Friday, another system moves in from the west, brings a chance of showers and thunderstorms. Now, temperatures today, a little bit cooler than average, upper 60s to lower 70s, right around 72 degrees in the La Crosse area. Generally upper 60s to low 70s in most spots. The coolest readings will be far north, perhaps mid 60s for highs, up around Ladysmith and Cornell. 68 in Chippewa Falls, 69 in Eau Claire. So for today, mostly to partly cloudy and breezy. Few spits and sprinkles, maybe an isolated shower later this afternoon or early this evening. 72 in La Crosse, 53 tonight with mostly clear skies, lighter winds as well. A lot of bright moonlight. It's going to be full tomorrow night. Warmer and dry tomorrow, 81. Pretty good chance of scattered showers and storms Friday, 73. Dry Saturday, 73. Had to introduce a chance of rain showers on Sunday with highs near 70. Slight chance of showers Memorial Day, a high of 71. Dry, low to mid 70s next Tuesday and Wednesday, and a slight chance of showers and thunderstorms next Thursday, a high of 79. That's the latest check of my 8-day forecast. Back to you.
In honor of Memorial Day on Monday, we're joined this morning by the composer and someone featured in the upcoming documentary, Apache Blues Welcome Home. Gentlemen, good morning. Thanks for being here.
Well, it's our pleasure.
Yeah, so what can you tell us about this upcoming documentary?
Well, it's we made this documentary to help other vets cope with things that come up after you've been overseas or in battle, but you know, it's trying to get vets to talk to one another, to their families. Their families should know what they done when they was overseas, and you know, if a generation slips by and that isn't passed on, it's you know, dead forever. But I think doing this film, trying to help other vets, I think it's really helped me.
Yeah, we'll talk to you more about that in just a second. Before we get to that, there's a special event coming up, a screening, right? What can you tell us about that?
It is May 25th. It's in the big city of Ontario, population 500.
All right.
But we're going to put 4,000 people in there.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, that is amazing.
And don't ask me how I came up with that number, but that's the number we came up with.
Okay.
We're going to start out 3 o'clock in the afternoon with the K Sterling Band, and then my band will come on at 6, and at around 7 o'clock we're going to have the presentation of the colors. We have a young man by the name of Hunter Everson who's going to do the national anthem. He's also sung for the Green Bay Packers, so I figure if he's good enough there, he's good enough for us.
Yeah.
We've got 2 chaplains, one coming from the high ground of Neelsville, and one coming from the National Vietnam Memorial. Following that, we're going to have the introduction of the blues. There's 9 of them coming back. There's 13 total, but 9 of them are coming back to be with Dwayne and the boys. We were all out in Albuquerque together, and then we had the presentation of the movie out in the Grauman Chinese Theater in Hollywood.
Wow.
And that was in September.
Okay, very cool.
And that's how we got to the nomination for the Academy Award, which we did not win.
Okay, but to be nominated, that is quite the feat, so you should be proud of that. Yeah. So Dwayne, you said working on this film, getting to know Dan and other veterans has helped you in your journey. What can you tell us about, you know, just that connection and how that has helped you?
Well, Dan, he's kind of unique, I think. He was not in the service, but I've never seen anyone else do as much for veterans as he has, and just kind of, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm sure for other vets too, to know that they're not alone. As you mentioned, that talking is such an important step. So I guess what do you hope, you know, the veterans who attend and maybe people who aren't veterans, what do you hope they take away from the film?
That it's okay to talk. It's good for them. And they should, you know, bring the old skeletons out, and just you'll feel so much better. You just, and you know, we can show these veterans shortcuts here and there how to cope with, and you know, way the government handles things. There's a lot of things that they probably shouldn't have done during the Vietnam crisis. I just hope that they learn from that process what not to do.
All right. Well, thank you both for being here. So the screening is coming up Saturday, right? Can people, do they need to go to a website to get more information?
The movie is going to be shown live that day at 9 o'clock, as soon as it gets dark.
Okay.
And we've got the directors of the movie coming. It's going to be a wonderful event.
Yeah,
wonderful.
Sounds like it. All right. Well, thank you both for being here to share it with us.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
No problem. Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you outdoors because we get you. So get your summer started off right with amazing Memorial Day savings throughout the store. Like Estate Weed and Feed, just $34.99. Save $40 on this Champion portable generator. Rewards members save an extra $10. Assorted bags of Royal Canin dog food up to $25 off. And rewards members get free same-day local delivery on all pet supply orders of $49 or more. We get you outdoors because we get you at Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Sunken or uneven concrete only worsens with time due to changing seasons, stress on the slab, or poorly compacted soil. Thankfully, American Waterworks offers proven, warranted solutions. Typically less expensive than full replacement and more efficient and lightweight than mud jacking, our methods are designed to last. After all, your sunken concrete won't get better with time, but it will with our modern solutions. Choose confidence, choose reliability, choose American Waterworks.
You're thinking about new windows and doors. I've been thinking about new windows and doors for over 40 years. You're thinking about the best window at the best price. I'm thinking about the best window at the best price for you. The best quality, installed by professional installers at a fair price. If you're planning new windows and doors, you owe it to yourself to contact the Board Store Home Improvements for a prompt free estimate. You'll be glad you did. Contact us today.
Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. It's where you'll find the best furniture in the area. And now, during our Memorial Day sale, the prices are better than ever. Only at Drury's will you find store-wide sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. You'll find incredible savings on furniture for every room in your home. From Daniels Amish, Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Stressless, all on sale. Great sale prices, 24-month financing, and even free gas. The Memorial Day sale now at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota.
Knutson Roofing, locally owned with 18 years of experience to get your project done right the first time. Whether it's roofing, window, or siding installation, we offer reliable, dependable, and quality work we stand behind. Knutson Roofing. Call or visit us online today.
The buildings that are left are destroyed beyond belief. It looks like they've burned.
40 years ago, Barneveld was struck with a deadly F5 tornado. Tonight at 10, how the town bounced back, plus survivors recall that fateful day. Celebrating 70 years, we're News 8 Now.
Welcome back. It's 6:52. Time for your morning news now. A La Crosse man accused of stabbing another man to death sat mute in court yesterday. 51-year-old Bryant Smith is charged with first-degree intentional homicide for the death of 43-year-old Timothy Solis. La Crosse County Court filed a not guilty plea on his behalf. According to the criminal complaint, Smith called 911 last December and told police he stabbed Solis out of self-defense. The autopsy shows Solis was stabbed 44 times. Smith remains in jail on a $500,000 cash bond. Eau Claire police have arrested a homeless man they believe sexually assaulted a child. Police got a call at 5:30 Monday night of a man trying to coerce a child into a portable toilet near the Forest Street Community Garden. When officers arrived, they say 36-year-old Ray Jackson tried to block their view of the child behind him. Police say they found probable cause that a sexual assault occurred. Jackson is being held in Eau Claire County Jail. He's due in court this morning. A grand jury indicted a Holman man for using AI to create thousands of sexually explicit images of children. According to the indictment, 42-year-old Stephen Anderegg allegedly used a text-to-image generative AI program to create thousands of realistic images of prepubescent minors. He's also accused of sharing some of those images with a 15-year-old boy. Law enforcement was alerted by the cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. If convicted, he faces up to 70 years behind bars. He's currently in federal custody. The defense rested its case in former President Trump's hush money trial yesterday. The former president didn't testify, but cross-examination continued on the defense's primary witness, lawyer Robert Costello. Closing arguments and jury deliberations are expected to start next week. Trump is facing 34 felony counts of falsifying business records and denies wrongdoing. Hundreds are still without power this morning after yesterday's fierce storms downed Xcel Energy power lines across western Wisconsin and southeastern Minnesota. We checked before the newscast, and according to Xcel Energy's website, 131 customers are without power in La Crosse County. In Eau Claire County, 80 customers still without power, and in Winona, 249. While Xcel's crews worked in Onalaska last night, hundreds of La Crosse residents on French Island dealt with outages and some fallen tree branches. John Benson was home when he heard the tree falling. It damaged his roof and his boat. He says the sound of the tree falling on his property gave him quite a scare.
Oh yeah, I was worried about damage, which I do have. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not my tree either. That's the worst part of it.
Benson adds he's lucky nothing else got damaged. Amtrak's first new train in more than 20 years hit the rails yesterday. The Borealis train connecting St. Paul to Chicago made its inaugural run, featuring stops in La Crosse and Tomah. Nearly $1 million in funding for the project came from Wisconsin's 2023-2025 biennial budget. The new route adds new transit options for Wisconsinites and should help boost the tourism industry. One passenger says he's looking forward to the lack of rush hour traffic.
I've driven to Chicago so many times I can't even count, and every single time I drive there I'm encountering traffic on I-94. So even if you don't actually ride the train, you're benefiting from the train because you have less traffic.
The Borealis train will make 8 stops a day, including La Crosse, Tomah, and Winona. Passengers can catch a train to Chicago from La Crosse daily at 11:37 a.m.
Well, it's a much drier and calmer start this morning, although lingering clouds and still rather breezy as well. Temperatures starting in the 50s, 56 in Eau Claire, 58 in La Crosse, 54 in Decorah, and 57 in Prairie du Chien. So mostly cloudy this morning, partial sun this afternoon, a small chance for an afternoon or early evening shower, sprinkles in spots as well. A high of 72, breezy west winds 10 to 20, gusting to 35. Dry and warmer tomorrow, 81. Another chance for some scattered showers, thunderstorms, pretty good chance on Friday, a high of 73.
Thank you, Bill. Raise a glass, make a toast. Today is National Craft Distillery Day. It's the time for the distilled spirits industry and its many fans to celebrate its small batch producers. It's a growing industry segment, much like craft brewers. Whether it's a craft distiller offering whiskey, rum, vodka, or something else, celebrate with your favorite on the rocks or straight up or in a cocktail. And post on social media with the hashtag National Craft Distillery Day. Thanks for starting your morning with us on News 8 Now This Morning. We'll see you back here at noon. Until then, enjoy your Wednesday.